Another person suggested I'm mentally unstable because I dragged my children all over the place and brought them here to this strange, hostile country.
Oh, wow. Hey everybody, welcome back to Grandparents React. I'm Wanda.
And I'm Ricky.
And we're glad that you joined us once again on this journey of exploring music and videos from all around the world. Scrolling a list now of the different countries we've already reacted to music and videos from.
Yep.
And just hope you're discovering a lot of things right along with us.
Yeah, we're learning a lot.
We really are. And we usually, most of the time, we're reacting to music.
Yep.
And tonight we're reacting to our second video in a series of videos that we'll be doing, exploring other people's videos from travel from around the world.
Yep.
Either living in other countries or traveling to other countries. And this one is about a family that moved to Russia. And this is one of the first videos that they did, I think, about this. The name of this channel is Countryside Acres. And stick around to the end of this video. We'll give a shout out to our viewer who recommended that we watch one of these videos. And we've already done one video about the don'ts of traveling to Russia. And we've had a lot of Russian people to come into our comments and let us know that that video really is painting a bad picture where it shouldn't be. So, and they told some things that they felt like were wrong about it. So we definitely appreciate that feedback. We want everybody to be well informed. And so this one is called Moving to Russia, Am I Crazy? And let me just read a little bit about what he says. Hello everyone, thank you all for your support. My name is Aaron and my wife's name is Anissa. We have 9 children. Wow. Our oldest son is still in Canada for now, and the rest are here in Russia with us. Here is a video showing a bit about us. We hope you enjoy it. After many months of planning, the day had finally come for us to board the plane and fly to Moscow from there. We took a 6-hour bus ride to our temporary home. We are super excited to see what God has in store for our lives next. We thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. It all means so much to us. So looking forward to this. Yeah. If you all like our reaction, be sure and give us a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel.
It's absolutely free.
It is.
Notification bell.
Yes.
And share this video.
Yes. If you will do all those things, we definitely appreciate it. And like I said, stick around. I want to give a shout out to the person who recommended this and tell you about how you can recommend other videos for us.
Right.
All right, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Hello everybody. It is a beautiful day, cloudy, and snowy. Well, we're used to that. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody for all the kind words. There's been so many people wishing us the best here in Russia, welcoming us to Russia, and just giving all sorts of tips and advice as far as staying warm and getting healthy and getting rid of the cough and the cold that we had. So we greatly appreciate that. We do feel a lot better. And a lot of people were concerned about the lack of warm clothing. So we're actually from Canada. People don't know that. We are in Nizhny Novgorod right now, in the city of Nizhny Novgorod, and we're used to this. This is
now see, if somebody like us from the south of southeast of the United States of America, we'd be freezing to death. Oh, we have a little bit of cold here in Tennessee, and we think we're gonna not survive it. It's so cold. But he's from Canada, so he's used to the bitter cold. I think that they'll be all right in Russia. All right, let's continue on.
It's not new for us. We deal with snow every year. Some years more than others, just like here. Some winters are colder than others, but we're very, very used to cold weather. and snow. And we do have warm clothes. This is very warm. I am not cold by any means right now. We're extremely warm, and the only thing we were lacking, we left Canada in the summertime, we did not have boots. We're kind of limited by how many things we could take, right? Having 8 children and 2 of us. We have 9 children, but our oldest son is still in Canada. But traveling with 8 children and 2 adults was a lot of luggage to take with as it was. And so we just didn't take anything that we didn't absolutely need to take along. I have this is my winter work coat. Extremely warm coat. We brought our toques with. We call them toques, winter hats for you, I guess. We brought those with, and we brought gloves with for the children. But snow pants and boots was what we were lacking.
We would call that a sweater cap. Toboggan.
So many of you were quite concerned that we weren't dressed warm. This is how we were dressed in Canada. I wouldn't very rarely cover my face unless it's extremely cold or windy. I keep my head warm, and I layer up. So I have three shirts plus a sweater on plus a coat. Very warm. And typically I also wear overalls, bibbed overalls that keep me warm. They come up to about here, and they keep me very warm. I don't have any of those yet. I'm going to be buying some, but the children are all well dressed now and very warm. So I gotta go this way. A very snowy day. Very, very snowy today. Snow removal is not high on the list here. A lot of this stuff just lays here, and people just put up with it, I guess. They will eventually get around to cleaning some of this up, but it's still snowing, as you can see. Why are we in Nizhny Novgorod? We do not intend to live in the city. We came to this region because the government here offered us the immigration quota. And as a foreigner coming from Canada, it is really hard to move to Nizhny, or to move for Russia, period. You need a reason. You need to be invited. You need to have either immigration quota or some other path to residency, temporary residency, and then permanent residency, and then on to citizenship. And so there's multiple ways of doing that. I'm hoping to discuss that on this channel more in the future. The immigration lawyer, he knows the different ways of getting here, and one of the ways is immigration quota. And this is a hard one to get because they don't issue a lot of immigration quota. The Nizhny Novgorod government here offered us this immigration quota, and that is why we ended up here. And we intend to farm here. We don't plan on staying in the city. We plan to move out into the countryside, buy land, or lease land at first, and set up a farm here, help create jobs, and become a part of regular society here in Nizhny Novgorod, and be a productive member of Russian society. That is our...
It makes sense that Russia would only let you come and live there if they really wanted you to come and live there, you know? Right. So evidently they're very, very strict about that.
That is our hope and our plan, and our children. And so some other questions people had, mostly Westerners: how could you drag your children all the way across the planet? One person even said, how could a godly person do that to their children? Implying that obviously I can't be a godly man if I'm dragging my children all over the place. Another person suggested I'm mentally unstable because I dragged my children all over the place and brought them here to this strange hostile country.
Oh, wow.
So you can ask them themselves, are you guys dragged over here, or did you want to come
That's
here?
harsh.
We want to come here.
Yeah? Many times I actually said, you know what, this is too frustrating. It's been such a long, hard journey getting here. It wasn't easy. A lot of hoops we had to jump through. And I suggested, you know what, maybe we'll just stay in Georgia. It would be a lot easier. And what did you guys all tell me?
No.
No. They didn't want to stay in Georgia. Why not? They wanted to come here. This is like home. The snow, the climate, the cold, this is just like where we're from.
Buildings even too.
Eh?
The buildings.
Buildings are similar to home. Yeah. The opportunities they see here. We've studied Russia together. They see the opportunities here. So am I crazy? No, I don't think so. Depends on by whose standards, I guess. Am I a godly man? Yes, I believe God comes first in life, and that is one of the main reasons we came to Russia, is because we no longer saw a clear path forward for our family in Canada. The future looks less and less clear for conservative Christian families. There's more and more pressure for us to conform to these weird new ideologies that are pushed on the people in Canada, in schools and everywhere else. And we wanted a country that has a long-term path towards God. And that's what we see here in Russia. We see a nation that is going...
Now that's surprising for me, a Christian grandma in the United States, to think about anybody, but to think about going to Russia to be able to live out your Christian life better than living, say, in Canada. But
Well,
it's making sense, isn't it?
I've heard that Canada has really been strong against Christians in Canada.
Yeah, I understand what he's talking about. Some of the left-leaning regulations and such, and a lot of those, some of those have been implemented even here in the United States. So it makes sense, but it was surprising to me to even think that direction about Russia. You know, this is very interesting. Let's continue
towards God. Also, we wanted economic opportunities, and that's also getting harder and harder. The average Canadian is just swamped in debt, just loads and loads and loads of debt. They have to borrow more money every year in order to pay the bills. We were not poor, we're not rich. We had a farm, we were doing well. But for me to help them farm, to be able to buy more farms down the road, would have been very, very, very difficult in Canada. The costs are just too high and the profits too low. And that's another reason why we came to Russia, because in Russia, those opportunities still exist. There's a lot of land here, and the government here wants people to come and farm it, and we're willing to do that. So it's a perfect match. We're very conservative, Christian-minded people. We don't belong to any particular church. And right now we find ourselves in the city of Nizhny, and by springtime we hope to be somewhere in the oblast of Nizhny Novgorod on a piece of land, farming, hopefully with some cows by that point and some tractors, and just becoming productive members of society here with a long-term goal of staying and building roots here in this country. So that's kind of a nutshell. Anything I missed?
Huh?
Did I miss anything? Think I covered it all? I think so.
Paying attention, I don't think.
All right, got some stuff at the pharmacy here. So, another thing we get asked a lot, or told a lot, is about the Google Translate. So I film with my phone, and it's pretty tough to translate things while I'm filming, obviously, because I'm using the phone. But Google Translate definitely works. We can really get far with modern technology, right? We can point our phone at stuff and automatically translate everything into English. And then you get the speaking app as well, where I can talk into it and it'll translate it and speak it back out in Russian to somebody, or vice versa. So that's been a huge, huge, huge help to us. I've had some people surprised on us being out and about and how we can communicate with people. Well, like I said, with modern technology, it's not very hard now. I can't imagine doing this 100 years ago, even 50 years ago. But today it's pretty easy. And everybody here is so far anyway, has been very, very eager to help us. Right, so I was just at the pharmacy trying to figure it out with the pharmacist. I needed vitamin C and vitamin D3 and some iron, and trying to figure that out. I mean, vitamin is vitamin, so that's not too hard, and C is say or something. I don't know. It's certain things are universal language and not that hard, and other things, between Google Translate and pointing and stuff like that, you can kind of figure it out. So it works good. So we're back on the street here again. Looks like they got some lights out on these trees. I didn't notice that last time. It's very, very snowy though. It's been snowing now for, all night long, I think. And tomorrow it's going to get a little cooler again, but it's much, much nicer out now. It's +2, I believe, today. It's kind of wet and sloppy. Children have been playing out in the snow. And of course their coats get all wet then, right? And mine's probably getting that way too, but I know Ariana's coat was very wet looking before, just from playing in this wet, sloppy snow. So many of you also gave awesome suggestions for shopping in cheaper places. Right now we're limited. We don't know much about public transportation, and it's kind of, what do you want to say that? just hard to figure out when you don't know the language. It took us a while in Georgia as well. We will figure it out, and we will try it, but we're not used to it. Okay, where we came from, we never used taxis or buses or subways or trams or none of this stuff. We just jumped in our car and went where we wanted to. So it is a big adjustment for us that most city people probably wouldn't have because they're used to it, and we're not. So right now we're kind of limited to where we shop based on our geographic location and the distance we feel like walking, basically. I was hoping today to walk a lot farther, but it's been snowing and sloppy and kind of rainy all day, so we actually didn't go out, but the temperature was much nicer, so we could have. So we're going to grab a few things here at the grocery store again.
Now he said +2. I'm pretty sure he's not talking about Fahrenheit. He's probably talking about Celsius. So it would be, it would probably be like if we were in Fahrenheit, it'd probably be 34 degrees. So just barely above freezing, because I think 0 is freezing in Celsius.
Yeah.
So normally we'd say it's 2 degrees. That means bitter cold, but he said it's slushy and kind of rainy, so I think he's talking about probably about 33, 34 degrees.
All right, back to walking. We got a few groceries here, back walking here again. Well, this has not been cleaned at all. It's wide enough for my feet. And that's about it. Nobody bothered cleaning it up. So, yeah, somebody was stuck there. Had to wait for a minute on the road. Anyway, yeah, our roads are definitely plugged full of snow. They will clean it eventually. Ah, that's a nice puppy. It's a big dog. So, another comment people said that we're going to end up on the front lines of the ongoing hostilities. That's ridiculous, man. Russia is not in the habit of just rounding up people that show up at the border and tossing them in the army. They have a substantial army here, and they have volunteers signing up every day. And no, we are not going to the front lines. They offer it as an immigration option for those who would wish to do so. If you come here and you want to join the army, that is a fast track to citizenship. So 1 year of service with the Russian army would give you citizenship. I'm not going to do that, but it is an option for whoever would want to. And obviously there are people in the world that would want to. And there are a great many people that would like to do that. So, as an option. But they're not just grabbing people as they show up at the airport and throwing them in the army. It's not going to happen. And especially not a family man. I came here with 8 children. I have a family to look after, and they appreciate families and understand families. So, not going to happen. The other thing is, if we're free to do YouTube, some people were panicking that, we're going to get thrown in jail for videotaping. Not going to happen. Again, they have a constitution here that protects my right to film in public places. I'm not going to get thrown in jail or arrested for videotaping. Now, obviously, same in America, depending on what you videotape. You sneak onto some military base, then yeah, I imagine they'll probably throw you in jail for videotaping what you're not supposed to. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm just wandering around, filming the streets, the snow, the trees, the stores, the people, and there's no law against that.
Built a snow cave.
There's snow all over.
We are on our way right now to check out an army surplus store that's just up the road here. See what they have. And just in the entranceway, see all these cool vehicles.
Very cool.
It's all little toys, eh?
These are nice thick jackets. Oh no, I guess they're not too bad.
So you can buy these little toys for kids.
Very cool.
And then yeah, they got little uniforms, stuff. I'm guessing that's World War II era. Definitely not something that looks like they would wear today. And then all sorts of pins and such. Pins and medals. Let's see what we can find. So it's an army surplus, and they've got like all sorts of stuff. Little Russian hats, gloves. Not sure what those are for, but little things. So I'm looking for just some insulated snow pants. But they've got piles of stuff. I never understood these army surplus places. Like just extra old stuff maybe, or out of date, or I have no idea. Even this, what is this, for scuba diving? I don't think I need one of those today. Maybe in spring when all the snow melts. This too, that looks really warm. Huh? Yeah, that's what I was saying with this one here too. I have to put my coat down, or my phone down. It's a bit short, eh?
I like to have one of them hats.
Yeah. To add to your collection.
Yeah.
So they had lots of stuff there, but nothing. I'm a tall guy, nothing my size. So it's like, where do they get all this stuff? Like, you figured the army would need all these uniforms and things themselves. I'm squinting for snow. I haven't done that in a while. Anyway, they said, well, this is all stuff. Like, they picked through it. Everybody get the sizes they need, and this is the surplus stuff, right? So the sizes that they don't need. Surplus, yeah, army surplus. Oh, still, but you figured they'd use it. So anyway, obviously, all the other tall pants were already gone too. The army guys would be using them.
Apparently Russian people are tall.
Yes, yeah, I'm definitely not the tallest one around here anymore. I'm still pretty tall, but there's lots of other people. I don't stand out like I did in Georgia. Well, we are officially in the market for a vehicle, trying to decide what to buy. Part of us kind of wants to buy something that's locally made, especially with sanctions and stuff. It'd be easier to get parts than to buy like a Ford or a Mercedes or a Volkswagen or something that's made elsewhere. Might be harder to get parts for repair than a locally made vehicle. Although some of the locals have kind of cautioned us not to buy the locally made stuff because they don't think they're of very great quality. It's interesting. They prefer to buy imported vehicles. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I thought it also kind of makes a statement. We moved to Russia and we'll buy Russian vehicles to support the local economy rather than overseas. I really encourage every country to do that. If you're in Canada, you should try to buy things that are made in Canada as much as possible, right?
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired.
All right. So this full video is over 26 minutes long. So for the purposes of our reaction video, we'll narrow it down to a smaller video. But be sure and look in the description of our video. We'll have a link to this channel, to the video, so you can watch the full video, and I encourage you to do so. What are your thoughts on everything?
Well, I didn't learn a whole lot.
Well, I thought it was interesting, some of the the things that he was dispelling people's thoughts. People were telling them, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
You could get arrested for videotaping. You could get sent off to their army and have to serve, and all these different things that.
And they seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. And I wouldn't mind seeing some more of Countryside Acres videos. This is one of the first ones when they first moved there. This is from about a year ago. So I know he says that they have plans to move into the country and get some land, a farm, and make a business of that. So interested for that as well. But we do like exploring other peoples from other countries, different music from different countries, and if you have any other videos of Russia or other countries that you would like for us to explore, just let us know. Put it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Let us know what you'd like for us to react to. And while you're there, if you tell us where you're from, we get a kick out of that.
Yeah, because we keep a list of countries and people from all over the world.
Right. When someone tells me I'm watching from this city or this state or country or region, I make sure I keep a list of all those different places. And we just get a kick out of that. And that list is over 500 places long now. Too long to scroll right here. If you'll stick around to the end of this video, and after a video will play, and at the very beginning of that, I'll scroll the list as of today, all the places that we've heard from. We enjoy that. If you want to let us know where you're from, give us a shout out. If you like our reaction tonight, be sure and give us that thumbs up. That will help promote this particular video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, that helps our channel a lot, and it's free.
It is free, and it really does help us out. If it's been a while since you subscribed, please make sure that you're still subscribed, because sometimes those subscriptions fall away for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. You've had to subscribe to our channel 6 times now, right?
Yeah.
So it's just so strange, but double check that. And I'm not sure if I'll have to do any special edits to make sure I'm not infringing on any copyright restrictions with this video. But our full reaction video will go up right away on our Patreon account. And that's at patreon.com/grandparentsreact. I'm scrolling a list now of the few patrons that we already have. We encourage you, if you're able to, become a patron. You'll get to see all of our videos right away without all the special edits that we sometimes have to do to make sure that we're not infringing on anyone's copyright restrictions. I want to give a shout out to the person who recommended this particular channel for us to review. And thank you so much. That was very, very enjoyable.
We appreciate it.
And I can't think of anything else that I need to say.
I believe you covered it.
Well, make sure you all know that Jesus loves you.
And we love you too.
We do. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
You're still here? It's over.
Are y'all still here?
Thanks everybody for sticking around. Since you did, let's talk some more about what's going on with Grandparents React.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling a list now of all the different countries and cities and states and places that people have gone into our comments and given us a shout out. And we really love our viewers. We really appreciate you guys. You guys have introduced us to so much new music. And we're just having a great time with that.
Yep.
And yeah, if you'll go into our comments and tell us where you're from, that'd be cool. But just to chat with us on the comments, we get a kick out of that. We read every comment and try to respond to all of them and keep a list of all the recommendations people give us. Really having a good time with that. As we said earlier in the video, sometimes we have to do special video edits. When we first started our channel, there were times that we would stop the music, but we just really, the music's the important part.
Yeah.
And so we just let the music roll. And sometimes people go in the comments and say, but if you'll stop it real often, then they'll let you monetize it. It'll get past the restrictions on the copyrights. But we're just not going to do that. There's a lot of our videos on our channels that we'll never make a penny off of because of the fact that we don't do that. We just like to let that music roll, and we really appreciate the extra support that sometimes people will do. Sometimes people will become a member of our Patreon, they become a patron, and that's at patreon.com/grandparentsreact. And those folks get to see all of our videos, the full videos without all the extra edits. And sometimes there are some exclusives that are on Patreon that aren't on YouTube. So if you ever decide to become a patron, that's at patreon.com/grandparentsreact. And that's one way that you can give us the extra support, since we don't, most of our videos we don't make any money off of. And there's also that Super Thanks button.
Yeah.
That's a way that for anybody that has a YouTube channel, whether it's the group themselves or an artist or a YouTuber or a YouTube channel like ours, if you see that heart-shaped Super Thanks button, that means you can click on that and give them a one-time gift, like a tip, that you can give, and it can be a very small amount.
Say thank you.
To say thank you for doing that video, and that also helps our channel.
Yeah.
And we also just recently started a Cash App if somebody wanted to send us some money directly to help build up our channel. And I'm scrolling on the screen now our Cash App account name, and I think it's $Grandparents React. And I also put that in the description of this video, so you can find it there. But and also, if you don't have a Cash App and you're thinking about setting one up, if you'll use our link, our coupon code, you can get $5 free from Cash App. Doesn't cost us anything. It's just something Cash App does to say thank you for joining up. So there's that in our description as well. And our address is there as well, a mailing address if you wanted to send us something. So there's different ways you can support our channel, but just coming and watching and subscribing and sharing videos, all those things are free, and that really helps us out a lot. We really appreciate you all for doing that. And I think that's all.
I believe you covered it.
Thank you all for sticking around and chatting with us a little bit longer.
We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.